Yeah, welcome back everyone. So, in this video, we are going to go through the second week's painting challenge. And for anyone who is watching this video for the first time, so I started my 90 days painting challenge. There's a weird story how it started and why it ended up being 90 days. If you want to know about that, you can watch the playlist video. But yeah, let's move ahead to week two. So, the just to touch base, week one was all about water, and week two I decided to go ahead with food. So starting with coffee. So yeah, what's the better way to start a day with other than with coffee? Like that, I thought maybe start my second week with a coffee, and this is the top down view of the coffee cup. And this came out pretty nice. And again, this is an inspiration from one of the Pinterest images. So yeah, if you would look down at the coffee cup, like from a top down perspective, this is how it would look like. And after that, I went ahead and painted this is kind of little abstract, I would say. There's bread, and I totally messed up the texture and color of the bread, but the leaves, the small leaves that we have, those came out pretty neat. The avocados, the plate is kind of messy. Actually, there is a different background, or the table background. This is supposed to be a table, and this is a tablecloth. But I think I felt a little lazy, and I used the same shade or little different shade for both of these. And this is how it ended up to be. Yeah. So yeah, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. The way the tomato slices turned up, you can see the seeds over there are also pretty neat. The overall aesthetic of it is pretty neat. So yeah, moving ahead. Yeah, nice. Yeah, this is one of the most like brightest painting I have done with watercolors. So normally watercolors are pretty mild, and uh, they fade out pretty easily while you're painting, because we tend to use a lot of water. At least that's how I used to do. But then I started using more thicker shades, using less and less of water. So that's how I was able to make this ball of soup pretty vibrant. This came out pretty good. Again, I like the carrots, how they turned out. I tried to give some highlights on the tomatoes, but yeah, they're, I guess, okay. But at that point of time, I felt they were really good. And the overall ingredients that are floating in this soup, they are they are nice. I felt they are nice. They're cute. There's a garlic clove here, the cucumber. So yeah, overall it's nice. So, and I like the lavender color cup. The cup was of a different color in my reference, but I was mixing some shade, and I ended up with this lavender shade. I liked it very much, and I ended up finishing the bowl with the same color. One mistake now I can see is I literally used white again to my highlights. So yeah, that's a lesson I learned as I proceeded forward in my 90 days journey. So the bolo soup absolutely looks delicious. Yeah, and this is one of my favorites, I would say. So the cupcake, I call this, yeah, the cupcake. So as I was saying, the lavender color, I fell in love with the lavender color, and that's how I ended up making the next painting as well in the same color. It just looks so beautiful. I don't know if it is reflecting in the video, but outside it looks pretty beautiful. And the shading that I was able to achieve in the cake base of the muffin, if you can see, this texture came out pretty neat. Though I actually completely messed up the lavender. I don't know what you call, maybe pieces of lavender that are lying beside the cupcake. But yeah, overall appeal, I felt it was nice. I tried so much. If like I was using the color, and I did not want to use white here. So if you see from the earlier painting to here, there were highlights, but I tried avoiding to use white in any pure white in any highlights. But if you see the foam or the frosting area, the highlights could have been better, the shadows would have been deeper. So, but yeah, it's cute. Next, moving ahead, I think yeah, this was the last watercolor painting that I did. If you're not understanding what it is, it's few pieces of pasta stuck onto a fork. So this fork was supposed to be metallic gray, but it turned out to be dirty, rusty gray. Yeah, I don't know, I added maybe few streaks of green and brown here and there. It started making it look too dirty, and the background was too dark. But the pasta was supposed to be brighter, shinier. I tried to give some glazed look to the pastas because imagining it like they were picked up from the sauce, the pasta sauce that is there, and when you pick up, it's dripping, it's shiny, it's glazed, and even if you see, this is supposed to be a drop of that sauce dripping from pasta, and even here I terribly failed to highlight. There are specular highlights that are key when you want to make something look glazed or shiny. So those were missing. But yeah, maybe you can find out if I was able to achieve such kind of effect in my future paintings. Yeah, there is a lot of paintings that are coming ahead. We are just in the 13th painting or something, and we have overall 90 paintings. So yeah, you can see my growth, how it went. Yeah, and if this was very special painting to me because this is the first painting I made using acrylic colors. As I was saying in the last video, I always used to use watercolors because yeah, these are the only colors I had till now. Whatever paintings we were seeing, the 13 paintings were made using either these or combination of these colors. But then actually this was a gift from my girlfriend. She gifted me this beautiful, once again I think I'm holding it in the opposite side, beautiful 24 color set from Montmartre. This is absolutely stunning, and let me open and show you the shades of it. Yeah, so this is how it actually looks like. There are literally excuse me, there are literally 24 shades of colors, and most of the colors are pre-mixed. I need not make any like if I want to make a specific shade, I need to mix them, but most of the regularly used colors are here. Apart from the metallic colors, those were nice to use, and they give lush shine to the painting. So yeah, these were the colors I started using. They threw a whole new set of new challenges. So I'll discuss these as I go through my paintings. So first challenge I faced was these were pretty thick. These were unlike the watercolors I was using. And if you keep like, I literally used to take just like how they mention it to kids while brushing. Just take pea-sized amount of toothpaste for brushing. That's how I used to do. Open a tube and just take a piece, because if I initially when I started taking more and more amounts of it, the acrylic started drying up so fast, like within a minute it dries. So that was very, like I was really bad at controlling it to dry up. Later on I came up with few techniques like using a spray bottle or keeping it moist helped a lot actually, but even then it starts to peel off if there is too much water. It does not stick to the paper. So yeah, it's completely a different ball game when we talk about acrylic compared to water. But the shades it brings out, and the if you touch the painting, the feel a acrylic painting gives and the feel a watercolor painting gives is totally different. This is more like a uh, how can I put it? If you touch a wall, polished plain wall, that's how the watercolor feels like. But when you touch acrylic, it's lot softer. It's since acrylic is plastic, I think the paper also gets that physical quality, and it's lot softer and it does not fade over time. The colors still stay bright. So here I can still see the flaws. My highlights are still, my specular highlights are still almost using pure white, and this is supposed to be a plate which I was not able to detail it properly. But yeah, this is French toast, by the way. The overall, it came out pretty well. I like how I the shading came out, the browns, the yellows, and the golden burnt look of the toast came out absolutely beautiful. If you're wondering what are these dots, I just tried to give some effect, but yeah, it turned out beautiful. And I guess next one is going to be the last in the week 2, that is food themed week, and this is a sushi bowl. So uh, this had a lot of elements. Yeah, at this point I started uh, started looking for more complex objects, or paintings, or the samples that have more elements to it. And I thought, as it is going to be the last painting of the food themed week, let's do something complex. Even the upcoming weeks were on the same theme. If I, let's say, the week 3 was about light, so from day 1 of week 3 till day 7, the intensity or the complexity of paintings starts increasing. So that's how it was. So I tried, sushi ball was pretty complex, because if you see the greens here, they were supposed to have some depth and texture. These were supposed to be mollusks, and the shrimps came out pretty decent. I would say they are not, oh wow, too good kind of a thing, but they were okay. The ball could have been much better. And again, I think I I should stop using white. So yeah, I think that's it for the food week, and next week's were about light, and we can discuss it in the next video.